You know, I used to be a wild child, and I can't believe I just caught myself making an old man statement. Someone said in a video, they said, if these girls would close their mouths, these little teen moms would close their mouths and close their legs, they might get a little bit more respect. Because they were commenting in the London riots how the police don't respect them. Well, someone said that's a complete fail. Of course, I typed, what do you know? Well, I didn't say what do you know, but I said, I was a wild child, and I've seen it all. I did see it all. I've seen people getting shot with shotguns. I've seen friggin' I've been in friggin' high-speed friggin' races. Used to go out to the drags. Went out one time, someone was friggin' plowed into a friggin' tree. Or no, a telephone post. One goddamn telephone pole in this whole empty friggin' lot. Or no, this whole empty friggin' field that friggin' we used to go out and friggin' people used to race at. And these idiots friggin' plowed into it. I mean, you could see them. The car was smoldering, the friggin' people were there, and everyone was at the friggin' truck stop up the way. Friggin' while these two guys are friggin' sitting behind the wheel, friggin' charbroiled. I mean, God, what else? I got chased by some thugs because I flipped them off. Friggin', middle of friggin' this friggin' ghetto park. This car goes cruising by, and I'm like, hey, what? Fuck you! Then all of a sudden the friggin' wheels start spinning backwards, and friggin' someone's leveling off a friggin' 2-barrel sawed-off at me with friggin' thin shades on. Stupid punks. Punk, thug, friggin' whatever, ever, I'm not gonna say online. You know what I'm saying. I was a rocker. These weren't rockers. So you know what they were. Scum. And friggin', we're all on friggin' BMXs, friggin' trying to dodge between trees. Pull out right in front of the friggin' cop sitting in this other friggin' place. And say, hey man, someone was trying to friggin' shoot us, Then those dumbass idiots friggin' pull out, screech out into the friggin' thing. And friggin' the cops go after them, and they're going, well, I'm gonna wait here for you. And I go, no, they had guns. I smelled drugs. Go. I tell the friggin' cops. He goes, whoa, wait here. And Smokey friggin' hit his hightails out. And I go, okay, let's go. So we took off, Friggin' been in knife fights. Friggin', shit. Seen people hit, crashed. Friggin' coming back from LA, friggin' high off our asses and stuff. Friggin' going 90 to 110 over those cliff roads with little signs saying that, stop! Someone loves you! For Jesus' sake, The guy couldn't remember the last 30 minutes of the friggin' ride home. Friggin', my friend, this one guy threatened my other friend with a shotgun, and we're all watching Tales of Death, drinking tequila and stuff. And then my other friend's gonna blow him away on a porch, the guy who threatened him. These guys that were friggin' gonna kill me, were trying to take me out of town. One was my supposed friend, and friggin' all of a sudden they couldn't do it because the steering messed up. Found out later, the guy cut up one guy into 27 pieces, put him in lunch boxes and ice coolers and shit. I mean, damn, man, I almost seen a girl fall off a friggin' thing, and my dumb drunk ass thought I was smart enough to friggin' catch her from friggin' 2 stories up. Although she only weighed 97 pounds, I liked her, walked into this friggin' one place and friggin' it was all these gay guys and stuff. And this one guy we knew, I guess they knew him because they dealt to him or something, you know, a freaking bud. I guess all I knew about was marijuana. Found out later they were lacing my friggin' marijuana with friggin' acid. You know, and the first time, friggin', I went out to drink beers with these guys, and friggin' they dropped 14 hits of Microdot. You know, and that was friggin' White Rabbit, the song White Rabbit right there. You know, I mean, what else? You know, wait, the car going up the hill. Oh, yeah. Friggin' guns in my face. Friggin', more than once. Friggin', one guy came cut up with friggin' arm slashes. I crashed his car one time into a parked car. Friggin' because I couldn't handle the friggin'... I wasn't used to driving. I drove motorcycles, not friggin' high riders. That's big performance friggin' muscle cars and stuff. Friggin', but my stupid friend left his friggin' tires bald. So, you know, I don't know. I don't know how he drove that stupid thing. It had like a hair trigger on the freaking thing. But I bumped into this car, did a Dukes of Hazzard, slid in sideways, friggin' bam. Knocked it off into the other intersection. Just friggin' just around the corner from my house and stuff, you know. Nothing like feuding with a neighbor for 10 years over that. Oh, let's see. Oh, hookers everywhere. Friggin' people, dangerous people around. You know. People all in and out of my house. Craziness. Mad pad. All day and night. Walk on the wild side. I'm not making this shit up. You might think I'm making this shit up. I'm not making this shit up. I seen it. I seen it for real. Friggin' out by the friggin' river, which wasn't too far from town, and, you know, blasted things. Jeez, you know, guns, drugs, rock and roll, friggin' fast cars, loose women. Oh, the women. Oh, yeah. You know, wish I knew where the free clinic was to get the rubbers. Almost died of AIDS one time with this friggin' hooker that died after me. And then there was another one who friggin' got into this friggin' money and friggin' took about $800. You know, a friggin' string of hookers back and forth through. You know, people tell me about hookers like I don't know. You know, give me a break. I'm sure it's anecdotal. And there's friggin' realities beyond street life and stuff. But, you know, it's like, hey, mama, you know, Poppy needs a friggin', Poppy's got a 10 spot. You know, come on. You know, okay, Poppy. You know, I mean, geez, I got it down to 250 one time. You know, and the best part is, even though I don't believe in the supernatural, all that, about all this time, this place we were sitting across, you know, when we weren't friggin' fighting the guys in the friggin' park, the guys with guns, we bring these friggin' ragtag friggin' guns we had, you know, come to find out people were sitting there with friggin', and by people, I mean people who weren't rockers, let's face it, black guys. You know, we didn't call them black guys. Friggin' sitting around friggin' in this park dealing drugs with friggin' 38s and 45s and stuff. And we're sitting there with 22 rifles and 38s and, you know, a mismatch of friggin' stuff. You know, and when I went to high school, then there was the friggin' riots because of the friggin' Vietnamese. Something happened with the friggin' Vietnamese. I forgot what, but everybody was up in arms. It was all race riots. People friggin', kids. You know, friggin' axes, tomahawks, people getting shot. Oh, yeah, my friend died on the table 3 times. You know, because he got shot by one of them with a friggin' 25. Just 3 little pops. Doesn't even sound like a firecracker. Will kill you. Another guy got it through a leg. It was nothing. He was walking 2 weeks later. No infections or anything. Didn't even do any damage. See how frail life is? And then all these friggin' girls, or half of them we knew, became teen moms. And they still did drugs, and half of them didn't raise their kid. Heck, I went and visited one recently, or no, about 10 years ago. Recently, 10 years ago, I don't know. And her son, who had such a crap-ass life because her grandparents mysteriously passed away, strange, her kid was trying to broke down the shelf because he was trying to hang himself. Yeah, but she's having casual sex with guys here and there, I almost got some, but my partner did. Jeez, it's not like the first time when we're all having orgies in my room, People crawling in my window and everything else. So please, don't tell me about wildchild. And yeah, I swore I was down with the rocker. I would always keep my young mentality. I would never become a old folk thinker, because it was stupid. And then I caught myself saying my first old folk thing. Agreeing with someone who said maybe they'd get more respect if they kept their legs and mouths closed. Gee, you think?